Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and I'm outside the Kersey laundromat, and this is when I first bought it, but I have some really serious questions to ask myself about this business and the performance and some issues we keep having. Now, the laundromat side has been interesting and done okay. The car wash part of it has not been as interesting and okay. And there is a car wash in the back. The building looks so much better now. We've made that better. And now that we painted some car wash signs here, I'm wondering if it's even worth it to keep the car wash or not. So we'll talk about those issues, what's happened, and some big decisions to make with this building and investment. So love to hear what you think. Love to hear your comments. And then, of course, we've always got weekly sales numbers and different updates on this business. And we're almost ready to open the other laundromat. I think it actually might be open tomorrow. We'll see. But this one and the other one have required a lot of attention recently, and I'm mostly a real estate investor, so this is kind of a new foray I've gotten myself into. And this one's a little tricky, so we'll talk about what's going on, what happened, and what my new plan may or may not be. All right, so here's the back car wash area, and again, this was when I first bought it. We have spent some money on it, which is a little frustrating too. We've had to replace a brush, an air compressor, some other things, and we replaced the signs and all that. But the sellers had said it was working and they used it, but in reality, I don't really know if they were using it, because we saw a few times where they literally parked their car in here and weren't allowing people to use it. And everybody I've talked to locally has said they didn't know the car wash was open or working at all. So there's one bay on the inside and then a bay on the outside here, and we've just had problem after problem with this car wash. Obviously, it's really new, and it actually looks newer inside than you would think, but it trips breakers. It's just had issues, and most recently, the outside one stopped working, and then we thought it was a trip breaker. It wasn't a trip breaker. It was something else wrong with it, and then we just had major problems with the inside one as well. So here's the inside room that's attached to the laundromat. We'll show you that here in just a second. And this is where all the car wash stuff is. And we actually had a car wash guy who is a friend of a friend come in who owns another one. He said, wow, your stuff is way newer than mine and looks pretty nice. But our sales are way lower than his, I think, partially because it's in the back of a building and no one knows about it and there's some issues there. But we had this middle pump right here completely burned through a belt, was smoked up the whole laundromat. Luckily, my guys were there actually taking out an old heater, and they were there when it happened. But we've had leaks, we've had constant breakers being tripped, different things going on. We've had them repaired multiple times, and just problem after problem keeps occurring with this car wash. And honestly, it's been bringing in like $40 to $80 a week, and there's no way it's ever going to make money if it keeps having all of these issues and all of these problems. So I've been thinking about it, and I'm just wondering if it's worth it to have this car wash, if we're better off just getting rid of it, if we're better off just scrapping everything in here, selling some of the stuff if we can, storing it maybe if we ever sell this building and someone wants to open the car wash again, we have this stuff, and reutilizing this for something else. And ironically, it has an RODI system in here, which is what you usually use for a spotless wash, but it's got a tiny tank there that would never handle a car wash. So I'm not sure what that's for, but or if it's for the laundromat, who knows. But there's a lot of stuff in here. I'm sure it costs a whole lot of money to set up, get installed, but I just don't know if it's worth it. And here's what the laundromat looks like. And it's been a lot more fun. We've had to make some repairs and different stuff. We brought some more machines in, but it brings in more money. It definitely has more sales, more opportunity, I think, than the car wash. And so my thoughts are, is it better to remove that car wash stuff, repurpose that room? We have an apartment next door that's actually rented right now. We could add a bedroom. It'd be a tiny bedroom. It'd be weird to do that, and we have to wait, a year to really do that till the lease is up. Or we could repurpose that room back there and put more machines in it for the laundromat, but it'd be kind of weird because you've got to go through a weird hallway. There's a bathroom, a mechanical room between that. It's not easy to just expand it. Or we could make that room a storage area and sell, small storage units or something if we make doors to the outside. So there's lots of different ideas and things we have. We still have some room to put more machines in here. We're going to do that very soon. We have some as soon as the other laundromat is ready. That's kind of the next step in here. And then I have that middle car wash bay that we could enclose and kind of rent as a storage unit as well. And we might be able to get, 150, 200 bucks a month for that, which is almost as much as a car wash makes with no utilities, no maintenance, no repairs, none of that. So here's the mechanical room. You can see this kind of in the middle. And, you know, the car wash might have more potential. It might do better in the future, but it's just so hard to know. And I've looked at another car wash before that, you know, people say, oh, they're passive income. They're so easy. You just collect quarters. It was a 6-bay car wash with no auto bay, and they had a full-time person to repair and maintain it all the time because they had so many problems. So it just makes me think, is it worth it? Should we keep this? Should we just get rid of it and make this a storage unit? We still have the shop and back that we could rent as well, which we could clear out, and that might be worth our money to do that. So those are the things we're considering our options, because both bays are now down and out right now, and before I spend more money fixing them up and making them work again, I just want to make sure it's worth it. I'm not just throwing good money after bad. So love to hear what you think. Love to hear your thoughts. This is a small town with 1,500 people. There is another car wash in town, but it's just an auto bay. It doesn't have manual bays. So we'll see. But we'll have updates on the new laundromat, which should be open tomorrow, like I said. For those of you wondering why it looks like a Blockbuster, the DMV next to it actually was a Blockbuster years ago, and so that's why the color scheme is the same. And we'll have updates on that. Everything we're doing, we'll see if it makes any money, if it's been worth it, and go forward with that. But we're still flipping houses. We still have commercial rentals. I'm still looking for more rental properties, and that's definitely still a big part of my business. And this laundromat, you know, has been interesting. It's been fun. I've learned an absolute massive amount of information, so I'm still glad I did it. But it has been frustrating as well, just because of the things that go wrong, the repairs needed, the maintenance, all of that. So I've heard from a lot of people small laundromats are really hard to make money with, especially when they're attached to really small car washes too. And we'll see how this bigger one with more machines and more opportunity does. All right. Love to hear what you think. We'll be back soon.